Mr. Stock Trader here. I mean, you know what? Options are BS. Look at this. This is a call for March 20, 190 call. It's a, it's just a ton loss of money. At least it was in the money and it's worth some money. But it's down $290. Amazon is at 209. So why is that call option worth so like actually a negative? So if I was to buy like you know, exercise this contract, I'd be able to buy Amazon for $19,000, 100 shares right now, and right away sell it for $20,000. I make $1,000 right there. But it wouldn't be worth it because I paid almost $2,000 for the contract. So if I just sell the contract right now, I'm only losing $290. But if I go run out and buy the shares, this contract is gone and I lose all that money. Like, I mean, through exercising the option, you don't get that money back. So you have to add in the money that you paid for the contract. So I would be paying more for Amazon shares. So I would have been better off when the Amazon shares were below 190 just to have bought in the shares. I would have been better off. Now, if I had bought a call option here on January 28 for 239, say I wanted one around 239, and then if it was a 1 month, if I went out about a month with the call option, I would have lost money. Look at this. The call option expired here, the money's gone. If I had bought the stocks here and then watched the money go down, the value go down, well, boo-hoo. Look at that. If you just waited out another month or two, back up. And it's a good stock, Amazon. So I got nothing but time. Oh, look. If I was owning the stock, look at this. I could have sold it up here. So you tell me what's better, options or owning the stock? I never lost so much money since I started buying options. Sure, I make some good money here and there, but you're stuck. You cannot hold an option contract. You have an expiry date, and no matter what happens, whether it's manipulation or not, you're set to a date, and you cannot hold on to that money. It's gone. But a good company like Amazon, you could just hold those shares and wait till you want to sell it at a decent price. And then if it goes down again, you can buy some more and hold it till it goes back to a decent price. I don't know. I think I'm going to give up on options. I'll always buy some, but I wouldn't get carried away with options. My buddy Chris here, I learned a lot from him. He's great. But he says buying options is like buying the stock, but you make way better returns. Well, I'm afraid I don't agree with Chris on that because it is not like owning the stock. He shows examples of where you can make a ton of money, but if your options contracts expire when it's low, you could be missing out on great gains. And he's talking about you if you buy deep in the money stocks, it's better than buying the stocks deep in the money, and you always have some intrinsic value. But it's not like buying the stocks because you have an expiration date. And when that day comes, if you don't sell it, if it doesn't get hot and the price go up before that contract expires and you get close to the date, expiration date, and nothing's happening for you, your money's going to be gone, just gone. So if you buy the dip, well, wherever you buy could be a dip. If the stock goes up and it's a good company, good stock. But if you buy a contract, yeah, you're stuck to an expiration date. So if I don't know, man. Chris here says to buy 20-day contracts is better than buying the stock. You know what? I'm going to have to disagree. If you want to try the options, make sure you only buy like one and see how it goes for you. And don't buy, do your research and don't spend too much on it. And make sure it's a good company. But you know what? One thing that these guys forget to tell you is that implied volatility also affects the price of the options. So you may pay more for an option, and even though your option goes in the money and the stock is worth a lot more than your strike price, yeah, you still don't get the value because you paid too much for the contract. But you can learn a lot from Chris and people like him. And he also does not like selling options, which a lot of people can make a lot of money selling options, but the risk isn't worth it. So there's a lot of things you can learn from this guy. But I'm going to say, you got to watch those options. Man, the thing is, like this guy says, oh, you can buy a stock and you could be waiting 2 years to get back to break even. Yeah, but if that's true. But if you bought an option instead of the stock and you're waiting it out, you don't have the option to wait 2 years. You have to wait until expiration day. And then when that expiration day comes, your money is gonzo. So you can't sit on the stock for a year if you wanted to. You don't have the choice. So you lose the money. And in most cases, if it's a good stock, it's just having a downturn, it will come back. So buying the stock is better.